I am hanging up my stethoscope for a new venture. So come along with me today as we make some modifications to our fifth wheel RV so Mama has a new space to do her new job. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm Natasha with Nursing Our Travel Bug, and if you've been following along on our journey, you know that I have been a travel nurse for the last 5 years, and I've traveled with my family here in our fifth wheel RV for 4 of them. Well, the bedside is getting a little tough and I just need a break. So as I said before, I have acquired a remote work from home nursing position that requires me to have a desk to work from. Now, the tricky part is that it has to be HIPAA compliant. So because I'm going to be taking phone calls from individuals who are injured, I have to protect their private health care information, which means that the rest of the family cannot hear even my side of the conversation. So the place that we select to have the home office has to be able to be totally closed off from the rest of the family. Now, we travel with a Jayco North Point 377 RLBH. And while we love the main living area because of its openness between the kitchen, dining room, and living room, because it couldn't be closed off from prying ears, that area of the rig is totally out. So that leaves 2 locations. Now, we do have a mid bunk, and the mid bunk does have a desk space, which would be perfect for a work from home situation. However, that space also belongs to our daughter, Isabella. And while we could share this space, my husband and I felt it was really important for the kids to have their own area that they can claim as just theirs, kind of their own little personal escape. So we didn't want to infringe upon that. In addition, my work is 24 hours a day, so I'm not always going to have a schedule that necessarily complies with when the kids are awake. So I definitely don't want to disturb their sleeping schedule either. So the bunk room is out. Now we're down to 1 location, and that is the master bedroom. Of course, there's not a ton of space. We live in an RV, so we got to get creative. I've seen modifications where they install a collapsible desk underneath the bed, which would be an amazing use of that space. I just haven't been able to find enough resources on it, and I'm not clever enough yet to kind of think of how I could modify that. The other location we thought about was using the top of our dresser as a desk. However, that dresser is not really deep, and then I'd have to sit on the bed. And our bed is a memory foam mattress, so you really sink in. I could put a chair in between the mattress and the dresser. My face would be right here with my monitor. That doesn't sound very good for the eyes. So that leaves 2 additional places we could probably put a desk in our room. One is the closet, and I have seen modifications where people have turned their closet into a workspace. But again, we utilize that space a lot. Bill has most of his clothes in there. I have all of my clothes with the exception of the unmentionables in the closet. And our son also stores his things in there. So it would be tricky finding a new location for all of our stuff. So the final place in our RV we decided to modify was actually the washer dryer closet. We don't presently have a washing machine or dryer in our RV, although it's set up for hookups for it. Right now we just use that for storage, and we have a lot of extra space in there. So I think this is going to be the winner. We're going to find a place to put all of that extra stuff, and we're going to make that into an office space. So come with me, let's clean it out, see what we come up with. So I have brought in a chair from our dining room table just so that I could sit it up against the space, so I could really figure out which shelves I need to move and how high or how low I need to move them to make it comfortable to rest my arms up here on a keyboard. So now I'm just going to take some measurements, and then these shelves are just held up by like some little 1x1 boards underneath, and they are screwed into the supports inside the closet. So I'm literally just going to dismantle it, move the shelves up or down to where I need them, and then replace them. Knock on wood that this will be fast and easy. I did all that work of moving the shelves, measuring so that this would be the perfect desk height, but I neglected to check the dimensions of the equipment my employer sent. That is not gonna work. Oh, but anything in RV life, you just pivot, right? Well, here's our pivot. This was actually the perfect space to fit all of my equipment, as you can see here. And you know, it's funny, I was trying to figure out a way that I could have a standing desk so I wasn't sitting all of the time. And this is the perfect height to stand and be able to do work. So we'll move the equipment here so that we'll have the storage underneath the work area instead of up above. And I may end up looking for like a really high stool or an adjustable chair that is elevated so that when my feet do start getting fatigued, I can sit down and take a break. But I think that this will work. We're going to get everything set back up. We're going to get everything wired in. I might go and get like a little cushion for my wrists. The only thing that I don't like right now is that the laptop screen covers up the two monitors. So we are going to make a quick run to the department store and get a half shelf back there so that we can raise up these two back monitors so I can see everything perfectly. We are back from the store and I have found plenty of storage solutions. One of them I didn't even have to go to the store for. We went and had dinner with my in-laws, and my mother-in-law had this awesome rack. I actually have two of these that she was just putting in her Goodwill pile, and I said, ooh, that's exactly what I'm looking for my office storage solution. So this will be perfect. I can line both of them up side by side, and I can put the monitors right on top. It won't be too tall. This is perfect. So we will put that in the back of the cabinet. And then if you haven't noticed, the cabinets are really, really dark. So I picked up some puck lights. We're going to install those up on the ceiling so I get a little bit of light in my workstation. I also purchased some big baskets so I can put these on that secondary shelf so that we can still store some other items. And I got a cheap little plastic 3-dresser drawer that can go at the very, very bottom again so we can utilize some storage space. And once we have all of that stuff put away, we have everything just so. I even got a really amazing adjustable bar stool chair, but I'm excited about the capability of being able to stand, sit, and be a little bit active, even though I'm going to be stationary for the duration of 8 hours. This adjustable swivel bar stool that we found at Target is the perfect height to be able to sit down and rest my feet after standing and working all day. Seems pretty comfy. Update time. Well, I have been using the home office setup for about the last 2.5 months. So I thought I would check in and let you guys know how it's going. I did have to make a few minor modifications to make my workstation a little bit more ergonomic. Now going from 3 monitors down to 2 and being able to set both of the monitors flat on the shelf helped with my neck strain. I didn't realize it, but I was tilting my head up slightly as I was working, and that was causing a little bit of strain on the back of the neck. So having the 2 monitors flush has definitely helped. I also added a keyboard and mouse pad just to give my wrist a little extra padding. I also added a padded mat to help with fatigue while standing all day long. I have ordered this desk clamp keyboard so that I can make my workstation a little bit more ergonomical, bring that keyboard and that mouse pad down so that my shoulders aren't so tight during the day. So we're going to see if this will fit. However, the large baskets that I originally put in here for organization are going to have to go. Luckily, I have some smaller baskets that give us some good headroom here. So I'm going to swap the items out, swap the baskets out so we can install that keyboard. Well, it may not be 100% perfect, but with these modifications, I have been able to work from home and work more comfortably without the neck and back pain that I was experiencing before. And the best part is we didn't lose any storage. I can still slide 2 baskets underneath this tray, and we still have that 3 dresser drawer under there as well. Overall, I am satisfied with my home office. Well, what did you guys think? Could you work in a tiny space like that 8 hours a day, 5 days a week? We're gonna give it a shot. This will work for now. We may have to do some tweaks and some modifications in the future as I get comfortable in my position and kind of learn what I like, what I don't like, what works, what doesn't work. So drop me a comment down below. Do you have a work from home space, and what does yours look like? Have you made any special modifications? Do you have a special work desk? Let me know in those comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be notified anytime we release a new video or we go live. Well, I'm Natasha with Nursing Our Travel Bug, encouraging you to nurse what makes you happy. Take care.